Hey Mosaic, just want to tell you about the discipleship groups that we are really excited to be rolling out the week of October 11th. So what are these discipleship groups? These groups, we're looking to build groups of 3 to 5 people who will gather for a season to pursue God together and to grow as disciples. Some of these groups, they're going to be co-ed, other groups will be all men, other groups will be all women. Some of the groups are going to meet in person, which we would love to encourage. If you're gathering in person for other things during COVID, we'd love to encourage you to gather in person for a discipleship group. Other groups are going to be virtual. Some will be a mix of the two or kind of play it by ear depending on how the fall plays out. Some people in these groups will be members of Mosaic. Others will be on the fringe or new or just trying to figure out what it might look like to follow Jesus. The groups will cover 12 weeks of material with different discipleship topics every week. So we're going to build in breaks for the holidays. We're going to keep the schedules flexible so that you can just flex to the individual needs of the people in your group. One of the aspects that I am most excited about in these groups is that we are looking to equip and empower you to study on your own and to grow on your own. So we're putting together about 40 minutes of group resources to dig into before each session. And then we're going to invite you into the groups where you can dive in and go deeper still. So in that time together, we're going to allow a little bit of time at the beginning and at the end, a total of about 30 minutes just for connecting and encouraging and praying with one another, because we know that we just desperately need that right now. And we're trying to keep the group short. So about 30 minutes connecting, praying, encouraging, and about 60 minutes going deeper into the content. How do we do that? Part of it will be group discussion. Part of it is going to be that we're building out these brief 10 to 15 minute videos where we're going to be creating these videos just to teach and to cast vision, and again to help you wrap your minds around these ideas, and then a little bit more discussion and really collaboration about what it would look like to help each other to internalize these things and to tangibly flesh these things out, to live out this calling that we have as disciples together, and how we can help each other do this. So if you're interested, hopefully wherever you're watching this video, you can look around and find a link to the PDF overview. You can read a little bit more about it. Hopefully that's really easy to find. And then right after that, there's probably another link you can find to click the interest form and to sign up to be a part of the group. Next step after that is to just think about who you might want to invite to join in these groups with you. So last thing, one more question that I think comes up a lot as we roll out kind of this new group structure with these discipleship groups. The question is, are these groups replacing our missional community model? And the answer is no. But we're also recognizing the reality that COVID is really testing that MC model that we've been doing. And that for many people in our body, they're finding it much more difficult or even impossible to really gather and function as a missional community during COVID. So some of our MCs, they're going to be stepping back, taking a break, discontinuing. Others will be continuing on as normal, and maybe some new MCs will be starting up as well. So there's a mix there, but in the midst of all of this, we're just recognizing the need for smaller groups due to COVID. Likewise, COVID really accentuates our constant need for peer-to-peer care. Because we're just seeing that so many of our people in this season are isolated and discouraged and distracted and hurting, and we want to answer the call that God has placed in our lives to be the body of Christ for one another and to care for one another. And finally, we just always recognize this desperate need that we have for just what feels like an ever-increasing intentionality in making disciples. So this is just the next tool that we're rolling out to that end. And we're hoping to use it to equip and empower and encourage you to go further faster in your pursuit of Christ and in your growth as a disciple. And man, I would love it if every single person watching this video would dive in, sign up, be a part of this with us, because we really believe it's going to be a wonderful and effective tool for God's glory. So come and join us.